Happy Halloween, sports fans. I'm Cobra, your starting goaltender, and I am joined tonight by Billy. Say hello, my friend.
I am depressed.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just saw the Flyers defeat the Nashville Predators last night, so yeah, I would be depressed too. Ah, anywho, it's been a very fun Halloween. By the way, happy Halloween. If you have been trick or treating, please stay safe out there. So, anywho, Alex is not here tonight. He is unfortunately pulling a doubleheader at his regular job. So he has called on his backup, me. So I had to take off the ball cap. I had to take off I had to put on the goalie mask and get everyone situated and started. So, it's been a very interesting October, Billy. Wouldn't you say so?
Not for me.
Well, I mean, I understand why. Let me pull up some things here. So obviously we saw, this month we had Carter Hart returning to the Vegas Golden Knights. Because Vegas has to be the villain.
Bless you.
Thank you. But something interesting in the month of October is that the bottom feeders are not the typical bottom feeders, at least in the standings. Because our bottom eight, the bottom eight are Calgary Flames with the worst record. They have the San Jose Sharks, St. Louis Blues, Minnesota Wild, Buffalo Sabres, not surprising, but they are technically in a fight with the Panthers. Okay.
Panthers and Leafs.
Yeah, Panthers and Leafs, yeah. And then, of course, the Islanders and Rangers bottom out the Metro. Predators aren't that bad. Predators are actually like third from the bottom in the Central.
That is still a bad season in Nashville eyes. That is still a bad season with the amount of talent and how much we're paying them.
Yeah, Steven Stamkos, UC Soros. I guarantee I'm missing a lot of other names for the Predators.
Stamkos will set you free. Marchessault will also set you free. Brady Shea, get the fuck out of here, you fucking cockdag.
Again, as you were just saying, Stamkos and Marchessault.
Yeah,
Stamkos and Marchessault should have been a lot more than they have. Brady Shea, had always been suspect, especially in Carolina. But I'm not surprised that he's doing piss poor in Nashville.
Yeah, and my fear is that Andrew Berkshire is going to get fired because of this, and we're going to replace him with a shitty fucking head coach.
Or a puppet for Barry Trotz.
And Lambert isn't coming.
Who knows? You might have John Tortorella.
At this point, I would just stop rooting for the team.
I know.
Yeah. But if we do get Gavin McKenna, I will be happy.
Right. So I wanted to talk about some interesting turnarounds going on. Like I had said, the Flyers defeated the Nashville Predators last night 4-1. Are we surprised by this turnaround?
It's still early in the season.
It is early in the season, but I do remember, last year the Flyers being in the bottom eight. This is a very good start. Obviously the Sabres can become shit too, but both of us said, it is still early. But I think I was impressed from what I saw last night. So I can't fault what's going on. I don't know if Vladar is the answer. I mean, he could be, but I'm not too sure.
One moment.
Doggos, silence the doggos. And speaking of goaltending, the Buffalo Sabres have a goaltending problem once again. This time, they fear they have too many goaltenders. There's a rumor mill going on that they might trade one of them to free up their goaltending. I mean, I think they have. I mean, they have Alex Lyon, they have Devin Levy, and UPL. Yeah, Alex Lyon. Go ahead.
They also got that Ellis guy.
Yeah, so they have technically a bloated goaltending depth.
Not related to Dan Ellis, by the way.
No. Who I thought was a very capable backup.
Yeah.
Like it was like any team that was trying to compete for the playoffs, their backup was Dan Ellis. That was, normally what I thought. But
I just associate him with like the the late zeros and early 2010s Predators teams.
When they were wearing navy blue, not mustard yellow.
Go back to navy blue, please.
Like seriously, like there are some jerseys that I want to jersey color schemes I want to come back. Like I said, the Nashville navy blue. Tampa Bay Lightning need to bring back the classic black, white, and blue.
I was about to say make the 2011 Predators alternate jersey their home jerseys.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think mustard yellow needs to be a primary color. I mean, the Kings need to bring back the black, silver, and purple. But that won't happen because I'm just a fan. The Flyers need to bring back the blacks. The black jerseys. I love the black jerseys. The orange is great, but I grew up with the black jerseys.
Yeah, but here's the thing: the orange are usually associated with what was their away jersey in their first season? What color did they wear?
Orange. Because back then the home jersey was white.
Yeah.
Back for all teams, the home jersey was white.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that comes back.
I wouldn't be surprised either, but I think also because of how jersey sales go, not many people go after the white. Even though some of the jerseys, when they're the away color, they're actually absolutely fire.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I mean, I think that the Anaheim Ducks need to bring back their eggplant jerseys.
I think they have to have a conversation with Disney on that one.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I want the old Ducks jersey, the first one. Not the Wild Wing one, but the one with the skating duck. Like that'd be fun. But let's not talk about jerseys too much.
Yeah.
There's been I think let's I know it's too early to tell, but I think there might be a bit of parity this year. I am going to make this prediction. I don't think we're going to see the Panthers or the Oilers in the Stanley Cup.
Mm-hmm.
That's and that is a fair outsider assessment. The Oilers have not been performing well. I mean, especially Stuart Skinner. Stuart Skinner's always sucked. But it's just they're not they're stuck. They're stuck in a mud pit, if that makes sense.
It's still like late stage early Oilers. Or
Yeah,
they're just trying to rev up their engines.
pretty much. And then when they get going, look out.
Yeah.
Let's see what else.
Utah unveiled their mascot.
We already talked about Tusky, where mascotti was taken apparently. We talked about that last week. But speaking of
his ass.
But speaking of Utah,
Go.
speaking of Utah, are we surprised that Utah pretty much, that Utah has been doing pretty well?
Well, we've been waiting.
Yeah,
for so long.
They showed glimpses of it in their last season in Arizona. They showed even more of it last season. And now, let me see where they are. Let me pull up the standings again.
They're third in the Central.
Yeah, they are third in the Central, 6-3-0. Not bad at all. But again, are we surprised?
Not really. We just been. I would say the exact opposite of surprised, but we've been patient with them.
Pretty much. Yeah, I agree with that. We've been very much more than patient.
Which is upsetting for Arizona because this was their team.
Speaking of Arizona, they might get their franchise back because apparently Gary Bettman is just is getting ready to right that ship.
Do Houston first, then you could do Arizona.
I can't remember if Houston was on that list. I think Portland was on that list.
No, that's a bad Bettman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it was Houston. It was Houston, Atlanta, and of course Arizona. Which, of course, why try again with Arizona? You've been there. You've been there twice already. You think 3 times is the charm?
Why go to Atlanta?
Because again, Gary Bettman has this wild stiffy because football works in Atlanta, basketball works in Atlanta. Why not hockey? Why not hockey? Baseball is excellent. The sports market is ripe. That's why Bettman's got a wild hair up his ass to want to go to Atlanta again.
Okay, let me just hold on. Pause. The last 2 Atlanta teams. Let's talk about this. The Atlanta Flames
flamed out.
Yeah, they flamed out because they were mediocre at best and non-contentional at worst. Secondly, the Atlanta Thrashers. The only thing that the Atlanta Thrashers had was them getting in their own way, GM-wise and ownership-wise. Simple as that.
Yes. Yeah, because, Atlanta didn't have competent goaltending. Not until the late stages. Kari Lehtonen was not good for the Thrashers. He was better in Dallas than he was in Atlanta. Andre Pavlik was better, than Lehtonen, and even then he wasn't that good. I mean, the best 3 goaltenders that the Atlanta Thrashers ever had were, again, Pavlik, Lehtonen, Nurminen. And Nurminen was ass. You know. And they only had like 1 superstar in their entire existence with Ilya Kovalchuk.
Yes.
And their first ever draft pick is a meme for all the wrong reasons.
Well, did they have Danny Heatley?
They did have Danny Heatley, and he had to leave. He had to leave because he had a car accident.
Yeah, well, he couldn't handle the emotional trauma of the car accident.
Which makes sense. You
Yeah.
know, you would probably do the same thing. You
Yeah.
know. But again, Atlanta is not built for hockey. They don't have. I would want to. I would. They're flamed out. The fire is gone. As far as hockey, don't go to Atlanta.
Take your time because, like, here's the thing. Even in Atlanta, Phil, you have successes. 1 second. Sorry, my alarm went off.
Happens.
Even if you have fucking like failures in Atlanta, you could succeed. You have successes in Florida, Carolina, Tampa Bay, Nashville. Hell, you have an entire league in the South called the Southern Professional Hockey League being stabilized. Other than 1 year where a team in Illinois, which is not Southern, by the way, had their entire team folded.
Yeah, I mean, make it make sense.
Yeah. I think Atlanta deserves a hockey team more than Quebec City.
Damn, that is a hot take.
Simple.
I mean, that also makes sense to me as well. I mean,
because here's another thing. Quebec has the stadium, yes, but it's been a while since they have an actual hockey team in there.
It's similar to it's similar to a baseball team in Montreal. That makes sense.
Yes.
Except Montreal doesn't have the baseball infrastructure anymore.
They have like liberal arts infrastructure.
Well, that and the Bell Center, but the Bell Center is built for hockey.
Yeah.
You know, and the Alouettes are not built for baseball. That's a football stadium.
Yeah. Anyways, is that it?
Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this up because I can definitely tell you're tired, brother.
Yeah, I've been up all day.
All right. Take care, Billy.
No problem.
All right, guys. I think we're going to wrap this up. So special thanks to, of course, Billy, but got to give a shout out to our other podcasts. That would be Passing the Pigskin. If you're just seen, we were live about 10, 20 minutes ago, where we talked college football. We also have Dirt and Turf coming up right after Biscuits and Penalties, 10 minutes after I shut this down. We also have on Saturday, The Hard Count, our NFL football podcast. We also have The Lap Down, our NASCAR podcast, which I believe just wrapped up its second season. And on Sunday night, we will have the Handed Down Beatdown, our pro wrestling podcast, which may have a special guest. Stay tuned. And of course, this podcast was brought to you by Handed Down Sports Media. As you guys know, I am Cobra of Handed Down Sports Media. We bring you wonderful podcasts. We also have wonderful affiliates as well. They are all down in the bio. Don't forget to check out our Patreon. For as much as $1 a month, you can become a member of our Patreon. And of course, I'm Cobra. On behalf of Billy from Newt City, we gotta step off the ice. Apparently, it's been served. See y'all later. Enjoy your Halloween. Take care.